Today on Logan Lee's Adventures, my husband Jeroen and I started off our day in Pisa, a city where we both have been before but never been together until now. Then we make our way to Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance. Ciao a tutti, io e mio amore, viaggiato a Pisa. What did I just say?
That you and I are visiting Pisa.
That we've traveled to Pisa in my
Close enough.
limited Italian that I've learned. And voila! So we are on a little pit stop right now on our way to Florence, Firenze. But we gotta stop here at this iconic tower. So it's been years since I've been here. Last time I was here, again, it was my first time ever backpacking Europe, and so it's actually really great to be back here. Just a little spot. See how far we've come, all a long way. Yeah. Now, closer.
Closer to you? Closer to where?
Closer this way. Oh yeah. But you're strong enough to just push it with one arm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Going like this.
Yeah, wait. And the arm behind you, a little closer? Not the other arm? Yep, there we go. Hey, tourist. So cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do like the Sparta kick. You know the Sparta kick?
Okay. Oh, don't fall back.
Tell me if I get close.
He does not have any balance. Go a bit further to the tower. No, a little bit back. Yeah, there. And now the foot up. A little higher. Yeah.
Okay, I have to be real.
But do we have to look at the camera or at the tower? What's
yeah.
better? Okay, let's see if it works.
Yeah.
Let me get it again.
Okay, things I put him up with.
True. Shopping is that the good thing?
I think so.
Where you're from.
Yeah.
We have a little
speaking of my first love, I get to be in the city of my first love with my first love. We are in Dalla Lola, which is this cute little nook of a restaurant in Florence, and we were waiting outside for them to open up, and our server came out and gave us complimentary wine. It's so sweet of them. Also, as you can see, I'm already a little blushing pink, so yeah, now I'm already a little tipsy, whoopsie-doo. Let's get some food in the food. Starting off with some purple veggies on top of, I'm not articulate because I'm already wine tipsy, but it's on top of aubergine cream and a slice of life. This is the Florentine schietta. I do not know how to say it properly, but the process is similar to focaccia, but the top has to be extra crispy.
The salt is nice.
Yes, compared to a focaccia. Ooh la la! Look at that yellow yolk. Ooh. Yummy?
Yeah. Very different taste of other things.
Got a pecorino. This is considered Florentine sweetbread, but it's actually made out of part of a pig. And it tastes almost like a soft version of pesto popcorn chicken.
Very strong. Yeah, good.
So there's fennel flowers on top with some pieces of grapefruit, and this is a special type of pork that they actually call tonno, even though it's not tuna. We're sharing this delicious, but I wish you can smell what we smell right now, because the fennel flowers is just, it's I can only sum it up as bellissimo.
Don't normally cut your pasta.
No, that's a faux pas, but we're sharing. That's why we just cut it in half so it can be easier, so we can lift it over each other's plates like. So a server told us that why it's called tuna is because back then, when their grandmas used to hunt the pork themselves and then cook it, they would just cook the whole thing together and then they would shred it up, kind of like almost like pulled pork, as you can see in look-wise, and then they would put it in a jar to use throughout the whole year. And because it's in a jar, it looks like it's like a tuna. Like this one. Our server said for this dish to try to have a bite with a little bit of everything. And it looks so juicy already. Let's see how this is gonna turn out.
This is very nice. I don't know what it is, but it's very nice.
Look at the rareness of the meat. Oh, it's so creamy.
It is.
It's like jiggles a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you jiggle it? Oh, yeah. Wow, that is one tiramisu. And he approves.
Nice cookie.
We're tiramisu connoisseurs, so this is quite important to us.
Oh, this is good.
And they had to come back here just for the tiramisu even. The Ponte Vecchio. So Florence was my first love, but it certainly wasn't my last love. But now I get to be back here in the city that started the Renaissance and started it all. That's the Ponte Vecchio right behind me, lit up by the setting sun of Tuscany. And the thing is that this bridge right here may be one of the most iconic sites in Florence, but with the Arno River flowing through it, it was the only bridge until about 1218 that had access to be built across the Arno River. So cool. Like this goes all the way back to Renaissance time. A jewelry store is actually behind it. So on the Ponte Vecchio, all these jewelry stores, even if they're modern, like the Rolex store, back then, all these stores were still jewelry stores in the 18th and 13th century. Oh, you can look through the hole?
Yeah, let's see what it is.
Ooh. Nor has there ever been seen a pose so fluent, or a gracefulness equal to this, or feet, hands, and head so well related to each other with quality, skills, and designs. With these words, Giorgio Vasari attempts to define the reasons behind the marvel that the vision of David provokes in the observer. He continues by stating that the statue so far surpasses both in beauty and technique ancient and modern statuary that one needn't bother seeing any other works in sculpture. So at the end of 1501, Michaelangelo obtained the permission of the Opera del Duomo to work one single block of marble, which had been abandoned in the courtyard of the Cathedral of Florence for the creation of this figure of the young hero, David. Now there's still speculation if this is David before the fight with Goliath or after his victory with Goliath. So beautiful with all the bust around, and to realize that everything here is made out of like originally one chunk of rock of marble, of stone, just like the David Michaelangelo that we saw. I love this room.
Cannoni che le porre tutti i tuoni all'orecchio fan fischiar. Non più avrai quei pennacchini, non più avrai quel cappello.
That was our first meal in Florence, and it was such a special meal, from the lovely service of Matilde to the food for the soul itself to now this sunset. I'm just so happy. Logie Bears, this has only been just the beginning of our Florence adventures. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, leave me a comment below, and give this video a like because we explore much more of this capital of Tuscany in the next vlog.